And is there like a story that you based that on, The Gods vs. the Devil, or did you write sort of a story to go along with the album?
Yeah, I wrote the story. It's on inside the CD cover, and you know, wrote something. You know, if you look at the writing, you could tell that. If you look at the writing on the inside of the CD cover, you could tell, you know, the story is very intense.
I mean, you said it takes place in northern Africa?
I had it to take place in northern Africa, yes.
Have you been there before?
No, I haven't.
Did you just write it, like, imagining how it would be?
You know, I just used my imagination and came up with northern Africa.
Could you give us, since most of the listeners probably don't have the CD, could you give us like a little summary of the story that takes place in The Gods vs. the Devils?
Well, it's really hard to say. It's very dimensional, for one thing. But I could put it to you this way. When I perform, or when we perform Gods vs. the Devils, I just say the story takes place in northern Africa. It was a war. It seemed like the Lake Carolina was caught up in the middle of it. But she finds safety. She finds safety at the end of the story.
That's good. And the story involves gods and devils, I'd imagine, huh? Warring gods and devils.
In northern Africa.
Yeah.
And Carolina was caught up in the middle of it.
Is that the first album that you wrote?
Psychological Equilibrium was the first. Well, you might as well say Gods and Devils, or the Mount Nepal Philharmonic 2024 was written first, but it was recorded second. Psychological Equilibrium was recorded first and written second.
And you performed some selections from Psychological Equilibrium. Is there a story that goes along with that as well?
Well, you know, it's Psychological Equilibrium does have this concept that the theme of the story is that Carolina and I left the sixth universe and came here after one of us created this universe and left behind a ravaged universe that was sick with drug abuse.
And is that biographical? Is that from your life?
I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
Is the Psychological Equilibrium sort of the story of the band? Is that
not really. It's not the story of the band. It's just the theme of Psychological Equilibrium is, if you have a healthy mind, you can just about do anything. And you know, it's really hard to say, but the theme of the story is, you know, left the sick universe, came here after it was created.
Yeah. Where did you take the name the Mount Nepal Philharmonic from?
Well, way back in the early 90s, say around about 1993 or 1994, I saw in the National Geographic magazines about the country Nepal, and this certain fusion band that's no longer, but still pay tribute to the fusion band, and I decided to name the band the Mount Nepal Philharmonic to pay tribute to that certain fusion band.
What was the name of the fusion band?
Can I say it?
You can say it.
The Mahavishnu Orchestra.
Right, I've seen that in your writing. You've referenced that that you're fans of them. And what is the year 2024 or the number 2024? What does that signify?
The year of the dragon.
Oh, okay. And did you have any other bands before the Mount Nepal, or was that the first? Is that your first?
I've been in other bands, which I just don't even want to talk about, but still.
But yeah, you've been doing the Mount Nepal for at least like 20 years now or so.
Right. We have our modern success.
Right. And you've recorded several CDs.
About 6 or 7.
Yeah. And you've been playing a lot of open mic nights, and you still do that about, I don't know, 3 nights a week, I'd say? 3 or 4?
On average 2.
2 nights a week. You were playing at Becky's on Sunday nights for a while, but you're not there anymore, right? No. You're at Winchester currently.
Yeah.
And you'll be performing there tonight?
Maybe I might, probably go there tonight. Perform at Winchester's open mic.
And that's around about 9 o'clock?
Around about 9 o'clock.
You're all done? Yeah. Okay. All right, well, thanks for coming on, and hope to...
I appreciate it very much. I wish I could give you a better description about psychological equilibrium, but...
Well, that's all right. Well, there's a movie of it, so people could get the movie if they want to understand the story better. And that's available from you if they write to the address that you gave.
Right.
All right, well, if you want to see the Mount Nepal Philharmonic 2024 perform live in person, you can come to the Winchester tonight at Madison Avenue in Lakewood. I don't know the address, but it's on the east side of Lakewood, and they'll be performing there. I guess that about wraps it up. I will play a selection here from the soundtrack to the film There Will Be Blood by Johnny Greenwood. Soundtracks by Johnny Greenwood. The movie is by Paul Thomas Anderson. And here is a track called Oil.
Okay, Jake, thanks a lot now.
Yeah, you're welcome.